Hi everyone, welcome back. In the last session, we learned about VPC. In this session, we are going to talk about other important component of AWS VPC that are required to deploy and manage resources. We will also perform a hands-on demo at the end of this lesson. First of all, we are going to talk about Subnet. I believe you have a question in your mind, what is Subnet? Subnet can be seen as a subnetwork of your AWS network, and it will get the CIDR range from the VPC. Let me give you one example. While building a home for yourself, you will create a room inside the house, right where you actually live. Similarly, with AWS network, you have to create a subnet where you actually deploy your resources. You can create one single subnet or multiple subnet inside the VPC. One more thing that I want to add here is AWS VPC is a regional resource. Once you create a VPC, that VPC will live inside a single region only and can't be used outside of the region. If you are not aware what is region, then let me give you a very basic introduction. Region is a geographical location that has multiple availability zone inside it. Example, Singapore or Mumbai. Now, once you create a VPC, that VPC will be regional resource. That means your VPC lives inside that region. Let's say you created a VPC inside Singapore region. In that case, your VPC will live inside the Singapore region and can't be used outside in any other region. You're also aware that region consists of multiple availability zone. These availability zone point to actual data center where your data live. Let me give you one example. You can see on my screen, I have one region, a AWS region. Now, that region will have multiple availability zone inside this that point to actual data center. Availability zone 1, availability zone 2, availability zone 3. Now, if we create a VPC inside this region, you can see here that VPC has covered the whole region. However, the subnet are availability zone level resource. That means when you create a subnet, you have to define in which availability zone you want to create a subnet. You can create multiple subnet that can cover all the availability zone. That's a different topic when you need high availability or fault tolerance, or you maybe need both. But we are not going to discuss this in this video. Now we have learned about VPC, subnet, and how they live on AWS. Now before we go ahead, I really don't want you to confuse with multiple concept. So let's create what we have learned from our video before moving with another AWS VPC component. So let's go to the AWS console. You can see here. Now let's search for the service. Let's search for VPC. Here we go, VPC. Now here we go. Now you can see here, we don't have any VPC inside this, and make sure that you are in the right region. I'm going to create a VPC inside a Singapore region. So let's go ahead and now click on VPC. Here we go. Now you get the option here, create VPC. Now once you create a VPC, you need to provide a name first of all. So let's go with the name CM VPC, and you need to choose a CIDR block. Let's go with 10.0.16. You can select a mask between 16 to 28. So let's go with 16 here. Let's go ahead and click on create. Here we go. Our VPC is ready that have a name CM VPC with the VPC ID and the CIDR block. Now let's go ahead and create a subnet. You can see on the left hand side we have a option subnets. Let's click here and you get the option here, create subnet. First of all, you need to provide the name. Let's go with CM VPC subnet 1. Let's go with subnet only. You need to select in which VPC you want to create this subnet, CM VPC. Now, as I told you that subnet live inside availability zone, you need to select the availability zone for your subnet. So let's go with 1A, and you need to specify the CIDR block, or you can say a subnetwork of your VPC. So let's go with a small network 10.0.1 here. In this way, we will get around 256 IP. Let's go ahead and click create. Here we go. Now you can see here our subnet is ready. We have a subnet name, subnet ID. However, we only get 251 IP. The reason behind this is the first four and the last IP address in each subnet CIDR block are not available for use. Now, if I talk about 1.0, it is a network address and it is reserved by AWS. 1.1 is reserved by AWS for your VPC routers. 1.2 will be reserved by AWS for DNS server. 1.3 will be reserved by AWS for future use, where 1.255 is a network broadcast address. AWS VPC does not support broadcast, therefore it's reserved. So you will only get around 251 IP from this from this subnet. So that's all for this video. We have learned how to create a VPC and subnet. In the next lesson, we will learn about other component of your VPC. So thank you again for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye bye.